Rough Edge FM. Irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
There's so much going on in your community that even in this age of information, it's tough to keep up. This show will help. It's all about what's new, what's happening, and what's out there. So if you're ready, sit back and listen up, Santa Paula.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let me take off this splash screen so you can see our beloved, beautiful faces.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that intro.
I know. So it's they get to see us.
Yeah.
Which could be scary for some people.
Some.
Perhaps we should put a warning that comes up.
Yeah, right across the bottom when we first start that program.
It says there's about to be two ugly dudes that show up on camera. Be careful.
Could be two extremely handsome guys, too.
It could be. We see
Depends
Julie,
how you look at it.
I know. Julie's been trying to get me to go to the positive, and I got to work on that.
Need more positivity today.
I do.
Yeah.
So how you doing?
I'm actually doing well. It's a little warm outside, but I'm good.
Oh my gosh, is it ever?
Yeah, I just came out of my air-conditioned office, and I was like, I'll be over there in a few minutes. All of a sudden, it's like, whoa, look at the heat.
You walk outside and
and it's not even that hot yet. I guess they said later in the week it's supposed to be hot.
I lost like 5 pounds just going from my car to the office.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the trick?
It sweats right off.
Wow.
But
I wish I could do that.
I got like this extreme close-up going on, and you're kind of set out in the different distance with the bar behind. People are going to actually be able to see the bar behind you.
I know, it's great. There's so many good choices here. Too bad we can't touch it.
Yeah.
At least not on this show.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
There are shows that you can
touch, but not on this. Well, I mean, I don't think there's any law about you touching it, but you do have to go back to work.
Yeah,
and
we're on the clock. So
your board might be watching.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. So I got a handful of hours still to go.
So this is episode number 63, but it is episode number 1 of our new live stream.
Yeah.
So this is kind of deja vu.
Yeah, exactly.
And do you know why it's deja vu?
Why?
Because we did episode 63 last week.
Yeah. So, but we had a little snafu.
Yes. So we rebuilt the computer, and then we decided that instead of broadcasting through our normal means, we are going to broadcast through StreamYard and actually go live, because people said that these faces were too beautiful to keep in the dark.
I know. I keep telling people that. They don't believe us. But, it's good because we've had this conversation about that computer for how long now?
A while.
And it just came to a point where the computer actually told you we need to make a change.
Yeah.
Gave you all the warning signs.
It did.
All the warning signs there.
It did.
Yeah.
And it finally said, okay, if you're not going to listen, then nobody else is going to listen either, because we're not going to let you be heard.
So we lost probably one of our greatest shows because
I know
you couldn't record it. So,
well, it was probably good because we kind of called out a few things on that show.
Yeah. Probably got in trouble.
4th of July,
some shenanigans that were going on.
Yeah, we might have gotten in trouble by our wives for releasing too much information.
Yeah. Well, it's, they put it out there, so
they did. But it was a great 4th, and I understand the festivities here in Santa Paula was also a great day.
Yeah, I had heard from several people that the Harding Park area was just packed with people, and I think people just in general want to come out now. I know my kids went down to the Ventura Street Festival, and they said it was wall-to-wall people. They had their push and pull and parade, and that thing was just slammed. And I saw pictures of it. I was like, whoa, there's a lot of people out there. And the weather was perfect. It was, where we were at, when you joined us, it was a little warm, but it wasn't bad. But it was just a fantastic day all around here. Fillmore had a great car show. Sespe Events puts that on. So that's fantastic too. So it was a good weekend here in Santa Paula.
Yeah, I was sorry I missed the car show.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what else I can do? I can go to a full facial. And but it doesn't appear that I can make you be that person.
No.
Maybe I can.
No.
I don't know. I see me.
Well, see, that's the problem with, you start getting into that with you, and this is where we get the public reaction.
Yeah.
Public backlash.
They're like, why was Jim's face the only face that was on camera?
Exactly.
So
No.
here, let me blow it up so we can see us really good.
Good. That's even better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are live on the House of Magic Facebook page. We're hoping that we're live on the Chamber Facebook page, but if we're not, we will put it up there.
Yeah, we'll have to check some settings on that one. So it didn't look like it was set correctly, but we'll fix that.
Yeah. So this is a show about all about Santa Paula and what's going on.
Correct.
Sometimes it feels like it's a show about therapy with John.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
or Jim.
Well, no, I mean, I'm the one going to therapy. You're the therapist. I'm
We've been working on you for 62 episodes.
We have been.
Just to get you primed for this one day
one
here.
Special day. I actually look pretty good blown up at now that I think about it.
You look better on camera than you do in person.
Do you know I have a neck?
Yeah.
I have not had a neck for a very long time.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself.
13 pounds.
Nice.
And counting.
Yeah,
so
good for you.
And you're just so far away.
Yeah. I'm more kind of sitting back here and enjoying, but you're like way up there. So,
yeah. I should get my teeth whitened.
Yeah, that would help. Little flaws we're discovering.
Yeah. Now that we're gonna be plastered on camera, it's gonna be like,
yeah, it means we got to dress better. We got to make sure we're doing our thing. So.
I wore my logo shirt. Whoop, that way.
There you go.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm kind of casual because it's so hot. You know,
I know.
Yeah, just make a little more casual today because of the heat. This week is kind of one of those weeks.
One of those weeks. But you can't really see that logo, so it could be a chamber logo.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So what's going on?
Just a busy week. We have a lot happening in the community. We just came off a successful cruise night, and which was just fantastic. We had so many people out there, and it was kind of a preview of our farmers market, which this Friday on the 14th at from 4 to 8 o'clock is going to be our grand opening officially at Anna Cider, and that's at 801 East Main Street.
Now, you did have something going on there and cruise night as kind of like a preliminary.
Yeah, we previewed the market over on Davis Street, right in front of the clock tower. A handful of our vendors were actually there to just kind of give people a little taste of what we're going to be doing. But starting Friday, we're going to be at Anna Cider weekly, with the exception of the last 4 cruise nights, or 3 cruise nights, excuse me, where we're going to be back at Anna Cider because Anna has a couple commitments already for the remainder of the cruise night season. As you know, there is another market that they do there, and they have DJs from local radio stations, and so it's a great event there as well. So, but once that's over, then the chamber and the farmers market will be there every Friday going forward. So it's so we wanted to keep it going every week. We didn't want to take a break, and some of our vendors did agree to move it for those 3 remaining 3 events.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you notice that I had you solo for a little while?
I wasn't even paying attention.
I figured it out. So
yeah,
there's John.
I don't like watching myself.
I know.
I don't even know we're on camera.
See, that's where we're different, because I'm just sitting here staring at myself going, wow,
yeah,
what a handsome dude.
That's the difference. I don't care. I'm looking at you watching yourself. Yeah, no, I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. It's just, it is what it is. We're having a conversation here.
That's right. So Anna Ciders,
yes.
Who are going to be the vendors primarily that are going to be doing the farmers market?
Well, we're going to have a couple food trucks there. We have the Happy Place, and we're possibly going to have a taco truck there. And then when Happy Place does burgers, fries, and so on.
Oh, nice.
Kind of food. And then we have a produce vendor, a couple produce vendors that are coming in. And if you were there last week, you saw they had a great produce. And they're from Santa Maria right now. And we are working on getting another local vendor. Hopefully Prancer's Farm can come in and do that. We have a lot of vendors that are bringing in, like right now we have the stone fruits that are coming up. So that, some other citrus right now. We have somebody that does herbs, and somebody that does coffee, which is great. You know, it's summertime, but you know what? A good cup of coffee works.
That's what Julie says. She coffee never expires or
Yeah.
goes old.
Yeah, and I tried their coffee. It's great. So they're going to be out there with their kiosk, and it's cool because we're going to be there in the evening. 7, 8 o'clock starts to get a little cool, and especially during the wintertime once we hit that. So everybody always asks for coffee, and they're an upstart company, and they're looking at even expanding, possibly even looking for a location in Santa Paula to open a coffee shop.
Oh, nice.
Which is, we have great coffee shops with Rabelais's, and you have our Starbucks and so on, but you could always use another coffee place.
Oh yeah.
I'm a coffee person myself, so
I don't think those ever get. I don't think you can have too many coffee places for most people.
no. So I'm
going to open up a Dr. Pepper shop.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, they have these coffee places or coffee shops.
Mm-hmm.
We should have a Dr. Pepper shop.
Yeah, or you can do coffee with a shot of Dr. Pepper in it. Have you ever tried? Do you like coffee?
No.
Oh, well, so you could try that.
Tastes like dirt.
Well, so does Dr. Pepper. It's a matter of opinion.
I guess so.
I used to drink Dr. Pepper back in the day. I don't drink sodas, period, anymore. But it's that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Maybe a little drive-through like a Starbucks or something, a little kiosk.
And we'll have 31 flavors of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, you could get some ice cream poured over ice cream, like a float.
Ooh.
You need all kinds of crazy things. Yeah, freeze it. Like a little. They have them right where you can do frozen cola or whatever. I think I've seen those things. Yeah, you can do stuff like that. You
can do one of those Slurpees. Do a Dr. Pepper Slurpee.
Well, yeah, you see them everywhere. Maybe go work at 7-Eleven and learn how to do all that and buy the machinery. And but it's cool. I mean, that's cool. If that's your thing, go for it. Not my thing particular, but
Well, we have a really big plan for Santa Paula, but it's going to cost about $2.5 million.
Yeah,
and I'm really hoping that we can somehow figure out a way to make it happen. But it could be really big as far as entertainment and things to do.
Yeah, I've been trying to source a facility for you, and I was talking about it to James Mason, our community development director. Is like, what other possibilities are out there?
We put a bug in his ear as well.
Yeah, so the challenge is we don't have a lot of big spaces for like what you're doing, but there are a few. But I know you want to buy the property, you don't want to rent it,
right?
So it makes it a little more challenging. But you never know. I mean, there's when the opportunity strikes.
Yeah.
I know him and I talked briefly about it on Monday just to think about some possibilities and stuff. So there's a handful of buildings here in town. And I know you want the downtown footprint, which would be perfect. And there's one building in particular that I'm really eyeing, but it's you've talked to him before too.
Yeah.
So it's just there's 3 possibilities downtown.
Yes.
And I think all 3 of them are kind of like,
the gym being one of them.
Yeah, the gym, the old bank building.
Yep.
We still like the Masonic Temple is another one too, which is by the theater center. So it's just
that would be perfect, but they totally went cold on me.
Yeah, but it might be worth revisiting.
Oh, really?
I think that's something that I do have a person that local person that maybe I could have a conversation with. And I know I mentioned that to James too, and see if maybe we can look at maybe re-exploring it. You never know.
Yeah, because one of the things that we want to do is we want to build stadium seating for the theater.
Yeah.
And man, that upstairs where they have the main hall. Whoo.
Yeah. It would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to what the theater center is like, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so what would happen is what we would do at the theater center is they could come over and do some of their classes and things over at our place because we'd be right across the street, and we would do musical theater, and because they don't want anything to do with musical theater. So we would do musicals, they would do their traditional plays, and I think it would be a great compliment.
And wouldn't it be cool to have an option the same night? Yeah. You can go to one or the other, or however, but have a series.
Yep.
So no, that's cool.
So we'll see. You got to dream.
Yeah.
If things are gonna, you gotta put those dreams out there.
But that's how we get our communities better. You got people like yourself that have a vision, and you're just looking for that opportunity to actually do it. And sometimes people are a little reluctant, but you never know. You just keep talking to them, and things may change.
That's true. And if you're out there and you're rich and money means nothing to you, the House of Magic is a 501c3. We would gladly take that property off your hands.
Yeah, there's another option downtown too.
There is
a little theater that's downtown too.
Are they? I took a look at that. It's kind of small.
It's I know when we were talking about plans, because we've been involved with a discussion with them, they have something for like an 83 or 84 seat capacity in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's not bad, but that's for actual like theater style seating.
Right.
But now if you do it a little different, and that's with cutting a third of the facility off.
Because you have to have the entryway and stuff.
Entryway, a little reception room, and all
yeah.
that stuff. So it is a little small, but there's some possibility if somebody could, use the theater. It's going to end up being a community theater at some point, but I don't know if it's going to work for kind of what you're looking for.
Right.
It's very similar seating style to the capacity to what the theater center is.
It would be cool if we could get another facility right next to it.
Yeah.
And do the escape rooms and the magic shop and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And use that as our performance area. That would be cool.
Yeah. Well, there's a clothing store next to it, and then there's the restaurant next to it.
And there's a bank next to it.
And
that's not too far from it, is it?
No.
Is that on the next block?
That's the next block, the bank. And then
yeah, but they can walk.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, hey, you just got to keep the conversations going. You never know what's going to happen. And, even the right approach is talking to the city, see what's out there, and then they could even assist in maybe helping have open the conversations up, and then just actually explaining the possibilities of what this could be if they either sell or they are willing to rent it at a reasonable rate for people, just whatever, whatever makes more sense. A lot of times you have these owners that are not from here that own these buildings, and they have no idea what's going on as far as what the vision might be or whatever. It just takes that sitting down with them and explaining it and see if that makes more sense.
We're actually putting together a business plan with kind of a mock drawing of what our vision is, but realizing that that format could change, but the overall concept would be the same, just to kind of give people a feel for what it is that we're trying to create. And so right now what we're doing is we're doing the design off of if we had the gym. So we're kind of mocking it up based on that style on a one story.
Yeah. So. And you never know. I mean, you might catch that building owner at the right time, but if you don't have the conversations, you never know.
Right.
So that's why we just say, keep the discussion open.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So that could be really exciting for the city.
Yeah.
And exciting for us.
Well, and it benefits everybody, not, yourself and your organization, but it benefits the restaurants. It benefits other people, bringing people from outside in. They see what all the great stuff that's happening downtown and all the great shops and restaurants, like I said, we have in the area.
Right.
And not just downtown, but in general, everywhere in our community.
Well, the thing that I see is it's like the train, and they're doing those hand carts.
Yep.
That is something that is pretty unique to this area. And so if people dig it and they want to do it, they're going to come here.
Yeah.
Well, we could create a similar experience with the magic combination and the escapes and things and the art classes, where it's going to be such a unique experience that people are going to want to come here.
Yeah.
And the more people we can get to come here because of these unique experiences is going to benefit everybody.
Yeah. Something like what you have, we have live theater, we have the handrail cars, we have great museums, we have so many great cultural art pieces throughout the community. We have a great airport. I mean, there's a unique airport. So there's a lot of attractions in our community.
And the fact that you can get so close to the planes.
Yeah.
And, watching them come in and take off. And
there's not many airports out there that are like that.
Yeah.
Everything's
all fenced off. And
I know there's another one when I used to work in my previous company in Bakersfield. They have very similar small little airport like that. They actually have a restaurant right on the runway, kind of like here, and it's a kind of cool concept to see that. It's just like 20 degrees hotter. So,
Yeah.
so it was good to visit, but not to do it on a regular basis like you can here.
So on Monday, we ventured off to Bakersfield to see a friend of mine, Ron Saylor, who will be performing at the Magic Mashup in September. So he was performing in Bakersfield at the Gaslight Melodrama.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided that we were going to go out there to see him and support him.
Yeah.
We left 2.5 hours early. The show was at 7:30. We were scheduled to get there at 7:15.
Mm-hmm.
When we hit the 5, we were cruising 70 miles an hour, no problem. All of a sudden, about 5 miles into the 5, dead stop, 4 miles an hour. And the GPS went from 7:15 by the time we finally turned around to 8:40.
Wow.
We drove 1.25 miles in like a 30-minute span.
Wow.
Going 4 miles an hour.
Up the grade.
Well, it's starting to go up. Thankfully we were like 1.25 miles to an exit, which took us about another half hour to get to. And we just turned around and came home because it's like your show's going to be done by the time we get there.
Yeah. That I mean, I traveled that many times. And yeah, when it's shut down or stuck like that, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
There's no alternative unless you go all the way around either through the 101 or go back up to 14.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's insane, and that's
so the alternative was to turn around and go south.
Yeah.
And that worked.
Well, you avoided the heat. So that was
I did.
Nice. Yeah.
But I was looking forward to see the show because he had a sign in half that I'm really interested in. But I will see it at the mashup because he'll be performing it there.
Good.
So,
good.
And we have a sellout performance this Friday.
Yes.
With Tori Noquez.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really excited about that show because I really want to see her. Mm-hmm. But what's cool is that I normally spend about the week of the event to really start pushing and calling people and sending out private messages and all. And 2 weeks out, we were sold out. So I got people going, "Hey Jim, where's my personal invite?" Mm-hmm. I'm like, there isn't one because we don't have any more seats.
Yeah, see, I was going to attend that one, but it was sold out.
Yeah, I get it.
But it's great.
I just want you to know we showed up at your camping event.
Yes. Now it's on me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they say? Quid pro quo?
Pro quo, whatever.
I never say it right,
but no, that's great that you have a sold out event. I mean, there's a lot happening in not just Santa Paula, but in the county. We got the X Games coming up next week, which is great. I think there's tacos and tequila out in Ventura and at the state beach. I know Camarillo has events going on too. Their Camarillo days. There's just a lot happening throughout the whole county, and people are coming from LA and Orange County and stuff, and they want to get away. And especially being hot this weekend, they're going to want to come towards the beach and everything, not realizing it's going to be hot over here too, but it's better than LA. But there's a lot happening, and it's just good to see people getting out, and it's really helping the economy out here. With the bikes and everything, people are coming in, they're shopping, they're eating. It's just really helping all these communities right now. It's really good to see that.
It's funny because when you come in from Santa Clarita, it's 100 there. You get to Piru, it's 90. You get to Fillmore, it's like 85. You get to Santa Paula, it's 80. And then you get to Ventura and it's 68 degrees.
Yeah. It's crazy. And I mean, that's why we like where we live. I mean, it's just a great community. It's a great, the county's just perfect weather out here. Yeah.
Perfect weather. And it's got that really old town feel.
Yeah.
And so it's all about small businesses and it's about every fish being a big fish in the pond.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the makeup of our county.
Yeah.
It really is. We don't have these huge corporations. We have a handful of them, but we don't have these larger Apples and all these other big corporates that drive some cities. And it's the makeup is a lot of small businesses.
Except Oxnard now has
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah, but that's just a warehouse.
Yeah.
Amazon, we have Amgen, we have a handful of other big corporations. I mean, here we have Limoneira, who's a huge supporter of our community, and Calavo as well. But you get to, they're not the driving force all the time of our community. It's our small businesses. They support it, and yeah, they're big, but it's the small businesses that make up Santa Paula, Fillmore, Piru, even Ojai. You look at Ojai, same thing. Other than the Ojai Valley Inn, it's all small business. So entrepreneurship in Ventura County is strong. It really is.
Yeah,
really, really is. So, but and we have more businesses coming in. I mean, we've got 2 great new restaurants that are having grand openings coming up. So yeah, on the 28th, we have Cocina 1912. If you haven't tried that one, you love Mexican food. It's 1069 East Main Street. They're open for breakfast and lunch Wednesday through Sunday. Great Mexican food. We're doing a grand opening on the 28th of July. So we're inviting everybody to come out at 4:00. We're going to do food, drinks, mariachis are going to be there. It's a little bit of everything. It's a good Friday evening event. It's kind of unusual for us to do a grand opening for a Friday night, but we thought it's summertime. Let's do something special. And so it'll be
going to be like K&G, where they're going to give you a ton of food.
Yeah, it'll be the same thing. Yeah, they're going to do food. We were just there on Sunday. I took my family and had breakfast there, and it's funny because they opened up and the food is so good. They haven't advertised or anything, and they just get a ton of people. They're packed all day.
Nice.
So it's great to see that. They revamped the entire, used to be a restaurant before, revamped it, all new equipment, all new furniture, all new everything. They gutted that place and redid it. And, Oscar Dominguez is the owner in Marina Fregoso. I mean, they've done a fantastic job with that place. And so we're glad to showcase that on the 28th. And then we have Thai food coming into Santa Paula. D-Thai Cuisine is moving into the Vaughn Shopping Center, the old Chinese food place there. They've redone everything in there. They gutted everything. They put new furniture, new paintings on the wall. Met with them a few weeks back, and so we have a grand opening on August 10th there, and that's at 4:00. So we invite everybody to come out and try some brand new cuisine for our community, which is Thai food.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I don't have a lot of Thai food. My kids actually bring Thai food to me, and I'm not and it's great. So and I guess the owners of D-Thai have a restaurant on Johnson over there in Ventura. And I guess their food's just outstanding and stuff. So
when is Burger King coming?
Burger King, and I know you can have it your way there, which is plain, plain and dry.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Put up, get on their.
I like their onion rings.
Get on their website and send them a note.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did that for I just sent off a thing to a business to try and recruit them to come into Santa Paula. So it's every once in a while I'll jump on the websites and I'll put a whole little story about Santa Paula and say, please, we'd love to have a conversation with you about being part of our community.
Nice.
So I sent that off 2 days ago, and let's see if we get a response out of it. So
very cool.
And some people have been asking for it. So I said, yeah, let me get on there. So I do that once in a while and just see if I can help recruit some businesses into our community.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, because that's what the chamber should be working for the businesses.
Yeah. We hear the community. We know what we try and get a beat on what the community wants. And I do a lot of research, and I work with the city. City's been doing a great job about helping facilitate some of this as well. And because everybody wants to, as people come, I want to start this business, I want to do this and that. And then, I always direct them to talk to the city, and the city kind of walks them through it and make sure it's a good fit for them. Anybody can come in and start a business here, but they got to make sure it's the right fit for this community.
Right.
And so in a lot of businesses that I inquire, they sometimes just say, maybe it's not for us right now. But they keep the conversation going. And so, So
I got to tell you though, the chamber in Santa Paula, because I've dealt with a few chambers, mm-hmm. and the chamber in Santa Paula is got to be, I would say, one of the most friendliest. Mm-hmm. You are always available mm-hmm. to somebody who wants to talk or mm-hmm. has, even if it's a gripe, you're there to listen. Mm-hmm. And it's not often that the executive director of the chamber is available to just, anybody. Yeah. They tend to have their gatekeepers, and there really are no gatekeepers here.
Yeah, I mean, I have a staff, and I let them experience some of the stuff, but I always like to be involved in it, and
Yeah.
and I try and elevate my staff too. And so they do a good job of it, and I let them kind of make certain decisions and stuff that they do. But overall, I like to have that open conversation with businesses and people interested, and it's just kind of a sign of what our community is. I don't like to hide behind things, and it's just I want to be there, and I want to help support if I can.
No, and I commend you on that, because I think you do a great job with that, and I think it means a lot too.
Yeah. So yeah, good, bad, and everything. I mean, I if somebody's got a concern or question and stuff, I hope I can work it out or direct them to somebody that can help them.
So, hey, I didn't turn my thing off. So, in 30 seconds or less, I'll give you 60.
Okay.
Tell us everything that's going on in the world of Santa Paula.
Well, like I said, we have our farmers market. We have our grand opening of the market at 4 o'clock at Anna Cider. I just said that we had the 2 other grand openings coming up soon. We have cruise night coming back up the first Friday of August, and that runs all the way through the end of October, the first Friday of October. And then we have the first Sunday at the airport and the museums. They have a lot going on. And we also are gearing up for the county's 150th party. That'll be here on October 21st. And it'll be focused on the Ag Museum and Veterans Park in front of City Hall. So the chamber is heavily involved in working on some logistics and partnering with some other organizations, Total Local VC, and the Agriculture Museum and the county. And the city has been a huge support on this as well. So we got a lot of exciting things coming up in the next few months in Santa Paula.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. All right, John. Hey, I think we did good.
Yeah, not bad for our first time live on the camera. So,
and people actually gave us a few thumbs up. So it's apparently they didn't mind looking at us for.
Did they do a thumbs minutes. Down when you were on camera by yourself, though?
Well, we'll have to see you during the playback. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah, but we should mention that if people want to be on the show and talk about their business, we're always open to having people.
Absolutely.
And where can they contact you?
They can contact me by emailing me at james@thomagic.org, the house of thomagic.org, or you can call at 855-300-4422, and they can always get in touch with you as well.
Yeah, they can email me at info@santapaulachamber.com. They can visit the santapaulachamber.com website for the calendar and anything that we have going on in the chamber, for even our members if you're looking for something. And we also support the Heritage Valley Tourism Bureau, and the website for that one.
It is heritagevalleyca.org.
Yes, and we're in partnership with you, Jim, and with the chamber and with the city, and so the office is in Santa Paula now. So
yeah,
it's good to see that, and we're trying to build that back up,
which is great, because the more we can get this whole region working together, I think the better all the communities are going to benefit from.
Yeah, you'll see some exciting things over the next probably 6 months to a year.
Yeah. And with that being said, we can actually do some video commercials and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's something I'll talk to you off air about, because I got some ideas.
Okay. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great week. We will see you back for episode number 65, but it's really 64.
64.
It's just listen to the beginning, you'll understand. So stay safe. We'll see you next week.
Rough Edge Radio.